You're listening to the Flow Friday Sports Show, and it's time to take a look at North Central Netball. Finals already happening in that competition. Jenna Allen, our resident expert from that side of the ledger, joins me now. Jenna, great to have you back on the Flow. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, Ellis. How are you?
Not going too badly, and you would have enjoyed the game on the weekend. A pretty closely fought tie between Bort and Sea Lake Nandali in the first A-grade bit of finals action that we got from North Central Netball. Tell us how it went, Jenna.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal game. In our league, we played the A-grade game last, and we certainly did save the best for last. It was a terrific display of talent. After not having finals for 2 years, to have a game like that for a first semi-final was really, really terrific. So first quarter was fairly evenly contested. We seen from the outset that it was going to be a defender's game. Ash Roberts in defence for Sea Lake with Estella Finch was just absolutely phenomenal. I haven't seen two defenders work that well together for a really long time. And up the other end for Bort, Roxy Train was coach of the Bort A-grade, was phenomenal. She led from the front and was well backed up by Georgia Sheen in goals for them. But the whole game, they were pretty much goal for goal, sort of a few spurts of momentum here and there, but majority of the game was really fought and won in the defensive end. So really terrific display of netball, like I said. So the girls ended up drawing very, very close couple of last minutes, and it just happened that a couple of turnovers, I was sure that Bort had it in those dying couple of seconds, but Sea Lake managed to turn the ball over thanks to Ash Roberts, and they scored just in time, and it ended up a draw in overtime. So our first final ever in a stadium as well. Donald's got a terrific facility over there, so crowd was beside themselves. It was, a really good atmosphere in the stadium. And then first stint of overtime was terrific. Again, goal for goal. We thought we were going to have to go into second overtime. But Sea Lake managed to turn things around, swing some momentum, get a couple of really crucial turnovers, and Bort just couldn't wrangle it back. So Sea Lake ended up running out with it with 4 goals. So it was a terrific game of netball.
Sounds a lot like it was a bit of a sucker punch victory for Sea Lake, and given just in terms of how the table finished up as well, this was a real sort of underdog win in the end, because people would have thought, well, Bort finished higher and they were playing this game, well, they were the home side, so this is a rather sort of surprising victory for Sea Lake Nandali.
Well, they're always, once they get going, they are a terrific team on paper, Sea Lake. Like you never sort of write them off, but they haven't been able to string together 4 solid quarters, and they've probably lost games this year that they shouldn't have. But I know in speaking to the Wedderburn girls, they're never writing them off. They've been really pleasantly surprised and shocked a little bit by some of the netball that they've come up against when they've headed up to Sea Lake. So we knew they were capable of it, but it was just really good to see on Saturday, because, Bort were back at full strength. They've seen Carly Isaac come back into the side, and she's been away for a number of weeks, but she certainly didn't show it. She was as agile of a netballer as you ever see in country netball, and she was terrific. So I think full credit to Sea Lake, because they've seen an opening and they took it. They took chances. They attacked the ball really well. They did a really good job in the end. Fantastic
coverage from yourself as well, Jenna. Just bring us up to speed on how some of the other grades got on as well.
Yeah, so we had a great day of netball. Probably another highlight was the 17A competition where Bort took on Fenanid. So a very similar type affair. Fenanid going in as underdogs, and Bort have been a really strong side. They've got really strong junior sides, and Fenanid just came out firing. They sat themselves sort of 1 goal ahead at each break, but for some reason it just felt like Bort were coming. And when they did come, full credit to Fenanid, because they fought them back and they held them off and they created their own opportunities, which was really good to see. It was some terrific netball by some of our best youngsters. And Fenanid, as underdogs, jumped them in the dying minutes. They got a couple of really crucial turnovers through Polly Douglas, and they were able to turn it over. And I think that's a real credit. Sanana's A grade hasn't done well all year. They've really struggled. They've had some huge margins. But those girls have been their 17A girls, so they've played 2 games of netball every week, and I think they're seeing the rewards now in their own competition. So whilst they've copped the beltings at A grade level, it's done wonders for their netball. So I think, every now and again you have those years where you just can't seem to catch a break and you can't seem to get wins. But I think, they're seeing the rewards. And now they're through to a preliminary final, which is great. So, and in the other competitions, there was some really terrific netball. Wedderburn convincing winners in the C grade over Birchip. And in the B grade, Charlton pulled off a really good win against Bort. Bort, unfortunately, didn't have a very good day on Saturday. They did win the under-14. And in a great game against Wedderburn, and in the 16Bs, Birchip went through to the prelim. So a really good day of netball overall.
Certainly sounds that way, Jenna. Just tell us about what's going to take place this weekend. We've got obviously the centrepiece is the A grade and that second finals game, but just bring us up to speed on all the other netball that we have to look forward to across the weekend in the North Central competition.
Yeah, so we're heading to Sea Lake for the second semi this weekend. And again, really excited. It's just so good to be back playing netball. Can't stress that enough, how lucky we are and how jealous I am that I'm myself not playing. It's really fired something up last weekend. I think all of us that were missing out really felt it. But in the A grade, we've got top of the table and undefeated Wedderburn taking on second place Charlton. Charlton have got a really terrific young team that are a new side, so they're looking to create havoc. They want to upset the apple cart and they want to really shake Wedderburn up, which I think they're very capable of doing. They've had Kirsty McKenzie and Abby Thompson playing some terrific netball for them. Maddie Fitz as well is always ever reliable, so I think under coach Erin McGurk, who's got a lot of experience and just a wealth of knowledge, I think they could really do something with Wedderburn. I know Wedderburn haven't really been challenged too much, so they'll be going in with the same set team and they'll be looking to make their way straight through to that grand final. But I think we're up for a really good game of netball in the A grade.
Excellent. Well, Jenna Allen, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to hearing how it all goes, and good luck just being in and amongst the appreciation of finals being back and having this back. It's a fantastic thing. We thank you so much for your time on the Friday Sports Show, and we'll speak to you next week.
No worries. Thank you.